Hi again, Matt Noyes. Good to be with you. 1 degree outside. Insights, a little bit deeper dive on the meteorology driving the forecast over the next few days. If you're just looking for the simple one here for the next 24 hours, that's 1 degree outside today video and Noyes Notes at our homepage, 1degreeoutside.com. All right, we've got a lot of storminess out in the nation's midsection, but big high pressure coming in across the eastern United States. So forecast precipitation in the next 24 hours. We're not worried about that. Although down to the south at the Louisiana-Mississippi state line, you've got about 5.9 inches, 4.8 just south of Houston. So there's a lot of moisture to work with down there. Severe weather that'll be embedded in as well. Here at home, the nice weather carries into the weekend. The map on Saturday looking great. It's going to be a beautiful day. You've got a fair sky. You're going to be able to warm up to about 80 degrees for a lot of New England. Now, admittedly, the wind light enough out of the northwest that it ends up going to a sea breeze right along the coastline. So Boston might hit 75, then turns around and actually cools to the 60s during the afternoon. A lot of our coastlines will do exactly the same thing. It's still beautiful. It's just that you'll find the sea breeze kicking in. Overnight, Saturday night, not as cool as it was Friday night going into Saturday. So Saturday night, you still get down to about 40 across the North Country, but it's better than the middle to upper 30s. And the farther south you come, generally in the 40s or lower 50s for overnight lows. Sunday, increasing clouds. There's a reason you see the clouds here and actually even a chance of showers spreading into parts of western New York. And it's not impossible by late day Sunday or Sunday evening, an isolated shower tries to sneak into New England, although it's also not likely. But what's happening is if we plot the atmospheric energy on Sunday, so basically the greens, the oranges, that's where you see your atmospheric energy. You've got a big storm that's parked east of New England, housing a lot of energy out there. But notice a little jet stream disturbance that's coming in on top of us, and that would be Sunday early evening. So that's what brings the increase in clouds. That's why I say, look, it's not impossible. It touches off a shower, but I wouldn't be overly concerned about it. I think Sunday's going to be fine. It's just you're going to find the sunshine kind of slowly fading behind the increasing clouds. Notice, though, your temperature still comes 75 to 80 on Sunday. Not bad at all. A wind out of the south and southwest, again, could go to a sea breeze. In fact, should go to a sea breeze at our coastlines as we get to the afternoon. Overnight, Sunday night, temperatures dropping down to the 40s in the north and central parts of New England, in the 50s when you get south. Getting into the start of next week, not bad. There may be an isolated shower, particularly in southern New England on Monday. I don't think it's a big deal overall. It looks like a decent day, probably more clouds than sun for a number of us. Notice your temperatures rising up to about 80 degrees or so. And yeah, yet again at the coast, see that light wind, you may turn a sea breeze one more time. The interesting thing is for Tuesday, although next week overall does look to be near or maybe even slightly above normal on temperature, Tuesday's an exception because we end up with an onshore wind, and it's even more pronounced in the forecast today than it has been over the last couple of days. So Tuesday now looks like, enough cooler air comes in. It doesn't look bad, just looks like enough cooler air comes in to keep us a little bit cool-ish in eastern portions of New England, particularly anywhere near the coast. That's the way it looks for now. Of course, we'll take a deeper dive on the weekend with the outdoor outlook and all that, along with the coastal marine forecast coming up when I see you later on in the evening.